Welcome. This is SlowFlow Yoga. I'm Stephanie. I'm so glad you guys are all here. As always, with every class, if there's anything I call out for you to do, please do what feels best in your body. Don't worry if you're not doing exactly what I call out. Let's get started. Actually, we're going to get started on hands and knees today. So come on down. We're going to begin with cat and cow. Taking the belly towards the mat, gaze goes forward, inhale. And then exhale, rounding the spine, pull the belly button in, chin comes to your chest. Inhale, starting at the tailbone, gaze is the last to come up. And then exhale, round, starting at the tailbone, chin is the last to come in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Child's pose, sitting your hips down towards your heels. And rest your forehead and relax your arms for this first child's pose. In life, if there's something that you do not want to do, you make an excuse. You come up with some logical reason in order to avoid. But yoga is the teaching of non-avoidance. We get into the uncomfortable positions, getting out of the comfort zone, allowing ourselves to be stronger physically as well as mentally. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out. Deep breath in and exhale out. One more time, deep breath in and exhale out. Downward facing dog, curl through that hands and knees, curl the toes under and lift your hips up high. Pedaling out the feet, bending one knee at a time, stretching out through the back of the leg and through your hip. And then find the stillness. Notice your hands on the mat as you spread your fingers wide. Feel more pressure towards the thumb side of the hand versus the pinky side. Notice any movements that are happening in your body. Even though you're trying to be still, the energy is still moving throughout. Filling up the lungs, press your hips up and back with a little bend in your knees. Look forward, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up high. We're going to stay up. Hands to heart center, belly in. Inhale, reach the arms up. Bend over to your right, exhale. Inhale, come back through center, up and over to the left, exhale. Inhale, come back through center, exhale, forward fold, soften the knees, fingers to the mat. Inhale, lengthen, flattening the back, step back to plank pose. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your tushy, tucking the tailbone under. Strong arms, separate those shoulder blades. Back of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Breathe. Lower down onto your knees and all the way down to your belly. Low cobras. Bring your toes and heels to touch. Then lift your head and shoulders without using your arm strength. Lower back down, exhale, forehead to the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Child's pose. Side stretch, lift your head, walk your hands over towards the right side of the room, the right side of the mat. Reach your left arm long, getting a stretch down through your lat, through serratus anterior, the back of the arm. Breathing into it and feel how you expand the ribs and stretches it a little bit more. One more breath in and exhale. Lift your head, walk your hands all the way over to the left side, reaching now the right arm long. And then breathe into that stretch. Creating space. Coming back to center. Downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in and exhale out. Filling up the lungs, press those hips up and back. On the exhale, walk your feet top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach the arms up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Up and over to the right, exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen through the spine. Take a breath in, step back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Let's modify by bringing the knees down first and then lower down. Elbows tucking in. Inhale, upward or low cobra still if that's where you need to be. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. Inhale, press those hips up and back. Exhale, float the feet top of the mat, little hop. Inhale, lengthen to flat back. Exhale, forward fold and relax. Rise, reach the arms up high. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms. Exhale, up and over, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga tadasana. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Taking small steps, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Toes touch, heels slightly apart. Utkatasana chair pose. Reaching the arms up. Draw the shoulder blades down. That's going to make your arms come a little wider. And then turn the pinkies inward towards each other, doing an external rotation of the arm bones. Really activating that upper back. Feel the muscles in the shoulders work just as much as your thighs are working. Belly button is pulled in strong. Now lift and spread your toes, getting into those shin bones. 5, 4, 3. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back into a lunge. Keep the hands down on the floor. We're going to twist. Left arm will reach out up towards the ceiling, twisted dragonfly. Belly button pulling in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hand comes down. Step forward, change legs. Left foot steps back to a lunge. Squeezing those inner thighs, belly in, right arm, reach up, twisted dragonfly. Gazing up, belly in. Taking that deep breath in and exhale, fold all the way down. Hands, step it back to planky, planky. Holding plank. Strong legs. Squeeze the tushy, tuck the tailbone under. Slowly come all the way down to your belly. Superman, lifting legs, lifting arms. And then sweeping the hands backwards like you're going to touch your heels, lifting a little higher. And release, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Right leg, you're going to lift it up really high, stacking the hip, pointing that right toe up towards the ceiling. Flex your right toe and then bend the knee. Keep the knee up towards the ceiling best you can. And then step forward to warrior one, Virabhadrasana. So it's a very wide step. The back heel spins down to a 45-degree angle. Use strong legs and core, reaching the arms up. Ideally, your chest is forward towards the top of your mat. Hips are forward, back legs straight and strong. Where can you find ease? Are you pushing yourself to an uncomfortable position, or could you dig in a little bit more? Yet find ease in your face, in your jaw, in your eyes, in your mind. Bending the elbows back towards your hips, a little lower than cactus. Take a back bend here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, let's flow through a vinyasa. Hands come down. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale, lift it really high, getting the toe up towards the ceiling, opening up that hip. And then flex your foot, bending the knee in towards your heel, or in towards your glute. Knee up best you can towards the ceiling. Slowly take that step forward. Warrior one positioning with your feet. Engage through your legs, stomach in and rise. Back leg straight and strong. And see if we can get a little bit more in. It's amazing what the body can do, right? And we're going to bend the elbows down towards the hips, creating a little back bend. See if you can stay into that leg. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, let's flow through our chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Taking small steps forward. Toes touch, heels slightly apart. Utkatasana, chair pose. Shoulder blades down the back. Tighten up those muscles in the upper back. Pinkies rotating inward towards each other, creating an external rotation. Lift those toes. Feel the power and the strength and the energy. You can almost feel the blood rushing through, stimulating your skin. You're going to straighten the legs, rise to stand. Inhale. Interlace your fingers. Up and over to the right. Exhale. Inhale. Come back to center. Exhale, up and over to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold, but we're going to try to keep these hands locked. Keep the elbows next to your ears, legs straight as long as possible, back flat as long as possible. When you need to, you can bend your knees and then try to touch the knuckles to the mat. See what you can do with that. Keep them by your ears if you can. Belly button pulling in. Arms straight, knuckles on the ground, belly button in, legs as long as possible. Get your balancing. And then release the bind with your hands. Step back to plank. Bring the right knee down to the mat underneath your hip. We're going to modify half moon. So we're going to bring that right foot out to the side so you can lift your left leg into the air, stacking the hip. And then the left arm will reach up towards the sky. If you feel very unbalanced, keep your gaze down, but start to slowly take the gaze up towards your ceiling or towards the hand. Feel yourself in one line. Your ribs are pulling in towards your hips. So you got your core engaged here. I feel like I'm trying to do like a mini crunch or sit up. Left foot is flexed. And slowly release down to plank. Left knee comes down underneath the hip. And then swing that foot a little out to the side. Right leg. Now we'll lift straight, stack the hip, and then right arm. Nice and slow, taking it up towards the ceiling. Flexing that right foot, tighten the thigh, belly in, and then gaze, changing it from the floor. For 3, 2, inhale here, exhale, lower down. Plank pose, inhale, exhale, chaturanga, more than welcome to modify. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Right leg lifted high, bending the knee, stacking the hip. Step forward between your hands, rise to high crescent. Back heel will be lifted for high crescent, shoulders forward, hips forward. You can put a little bend in the back knee if you've got tight hip flexors. You can also lean slightly forward if you want to get more into your glute. Breathe. Bring your palms to touch. Bend at the elbows. Take a back bend here. 4, 3, 2. Inhale, reach the arms up, open to warrior 2. Exhale. Back leg strong. Right leg bends as much as you can. Flip your right palm, recline to peaceful warrior. Then take the bind, wrapping the left arm behind your back. Maybe you can touch that left fingertip right inside that hip crease. Extended side angle. Bringing the fingertips down to the mat. I like inside the foot, some like it outside. Really bend that knee as much as you can. You need to widen your stance, widen your stance. The arm will go over your ear towards the wall. Inhale and exhale. We're moving to half moon. So heel toe your back foot a little closer in. And if you need a block, here's where your block's going to come in handy. You want it about a foot in front of your right foot. And then you're going to stack your hip. Left leg straight, strong. And then left arm will come to the ceiling. And if you can come even lighter on your fingertips, gaze can stay down for 3, 2, and forward fold. Bring that left leg down, ragdoll. Stepping back to plank pose, take a deep breath in, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left leg lifted high, bending the knee, stacking the hip. And then step forward between your hands, high crescent lunge. Inhale on your way up. And land yourself in the same position as you did the other side. The knee and the back can bend a little bit, but as you get more and more flexibility through there, you can start to lengthen out that leg. Notice the challenge for today. Are you accepting the challenge? Yes. Bring the hands into prayer, behind your head, back bend. For 3, 2, inhale, reach the arms up, open warrior 2, yay, exhale. Let's see if you can get down in there. Get that knee tracking right towards the middle toes. Flipping the palm, peaceful warrior. Left arm up towards the ceiling, wrap the right arm behind your back. See if you can get the pinky or the fingers into the hip crease. Strong back leg. Taking a breath in. And exhale, extended side angle. Hand comes down to the floor, place either inside or outside. Bend that knee, get your hips down low. And then your right arm will reach over your ear, creating a diagonal line from fingertip to toe. Say inhale, goodbye to this pose, and exhale, hand comes down. Then heel toe your right foot in tighter so we can move into half moon. You're going to put your left hand on the block about a foot out. Unless you have a really long torso, then maybe a little further out. And then lift right leg. Stack the hip. Strong left leg. Strong core. Finding the balance. Opening up your chest towards the wall. Right hand up. Tight right leg. Flex the foot. And use your core strength, come lighter on your fingertips. For 3, 2, and 1, ragdoll. Crow pose, place your hands down, bring your heels in together and bend your knees. I like to bring the knees to the top of the arms, right underneath the armpits. Others like it on the outside. Most important thing, those that you look forward and pull that belly in, hinging forward as much as you can. Maybe one foot comes off, maybe both feet come off. One day it'll happen for you. And release, stepping back, plank pose. Never thought plank would feel so good. And slowly lower down, all the way to the belly. Locust, interlacing your fingers. Toes touch, heels touch. Lift your head and shoulders and draw the knuckles down towards your heels. Keep the neck long. See if you can find your heartbeat in your stomach. And release, child's pose. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg will lift up high, bending the knee, stacking the hip. Step forward between your hands, high crescent. Bring your hands to prayer, bend the elbows and back bend. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, open to warrior 2. Inhale, flip the palm, recline to peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Bringing the hand down, half moon. Left leg comes high. Flex foot, hip open, chest open. For those that are feeling extra bendy today, you can bend that left knee. See if you can grab a hold of your foot or bind. Releasing the bind, slowly lower down, ragdoll. Stepping back, plank pose, take a deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Left leg lifted high, bending the knee, stacking the hip. Step forward, high crescent. Back heel stays lifted. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, hands come behind. Take that back bend. And then inhale again, reach those arms up. Open, warrior 2. Get down in there. This is final set here, guys. Back bend to a peaceful warrior. Extended side angle, exhale. Taking a breath in and exhale. Walk your foot in. Let's go. Half moon. You can do this. Keeping that jaw relaxed. Strong legs, strong core. And then binding by bending the top knee, grabbing a hold of the foot or ankle, and kicking back. Releasing the bind and slowly lower down. Woo. Last crow. Hands come down, knees come up. Look forward, belly in, look forward, belly in. If you're really close, you can try turning your toes under like I have. So toenails to the mat as a progression. Step it back, lower down to your belly. Floor bow. Bending both knees, grab a hold of your feet. Maybe you can walk your fingers down so you get your ankles or more in your shins so you can flex your feet. And then kick back and up. For 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose with your knees together. And once you get there, you're going to start working your way towards rabbit. So you're going to pull the belly in and get your elbows closer to your knees, your nose closer to your knees. Now, if you have herniated discs, I wouldn't go much further than I'm going here. But if not, you can grab a hold of your heels with the thumb down. You're going to tuck that chin and pull the belly button in as hard as possible. And then lift your hips up towards the ceiling. The idea is that the top of the head is on the mat with very little pressure. That's why you're holding onto your heels. Belly button pulling in. And release. Downward facing dog. We're moving into pigeon. So those that prefer to go onto your back, please make your way to your backside. Right leg, you're gonna lift it up and slide it forward. Bring your right knee near your right wrist. And then your left leg, you're gonna walk it back. Start it sitting up as high as possible, another back in. Take a breath in. On the exhale, slowly reach, crawl forward as far as possible for you. Ideally, you're going to let your head rest onto the mat or onto your wrist or hands. And if that's not possible, you can also use your block for your forehead. You can also use your block for underneath your hip. See if you can start relaxing the tension in the shoulders. Relax the tension in your face. And then slowly press yourself up. If your hip is on the floor, if not, get your hip on the floor. Figure out a way to get it on the floor. Now we're going to bend the back knee and see if you can hold onto the foot or ankle. You guys are doing great. And then release. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here and exhale out. Left side, lifting the leg and then drawing it forward. Bring your knee near your left hand or wrist and then walking the right leg back, curling the toe under. We're going to start seated up tall. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, lowering in. And then relax. Where can you let go of the tension? You have a lot of tension, please go into your back. Okay, no sense in forcing anything. But can you breathe into where you're feeling it? Almost as if you're telling your mind to tell that muscle, it's okay. okay to feel this way. And then slowly lift your head and walk your hands back and position yourself so you can get your hip on the ground and then see what you can do. And release. Downward facing dog. Shorten your stance by walking your feet in a little bit, maybe 4 inches. You're going to straighten your legs, lift your heels up as high as you can go. And then you're going to lower the heels down towards the mat. Maybe they will touch, getting a good stretch in the back of the thighs. Tighten up those thighs, belly button in. If this is easy and you have no problem with this, lift your toes, not your heels, your toes, yes. You can press a little harder into the hands, deepening the stretch even more. And release. Come down to child's pose with your knees together. And we're in a side stretch. Lift your head, walk your hands over to the right, reach the left arm long. And then take a deep breath now. Maybe notice the change in the ribs from the first time we did this at the beginning of class. Maybe now there's no discomfort. And then change. Lift your head, walk your hands all the way over to the other side, reaching the arm long, getting the most out of the stretch. You can rest your head down. And then again, breathe. And notice the improvements. And release back to center. Let's make your way onto hands and knees for cat and cow. Finishing just like we started. Inhale, take the gaze forward. And then exhale, rounding the spine, full belly in, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Let's make your way to your seat. We're going to roll down onto our backs. So starting with the knees bent, you can use your legs as support. Otherwise, reach the arms forward and we're going to roll down. So tuck the chin, belly in, and take your time. Use your arms as needed. Nice. Extending both legs long. Reach the arms up overhead, inhale. Exhale, draw the right knee into the chest. And then we're going to pull it out to the side, avoiding the stomach and the rib. I like to reposition my arm so I'm hooking my right elbow around my right leg and then clasping my hands. So I'm using both hands to help hold my leg, support my leg out to the side, trying to avoid my ribs and my stomach. I'm going to see if you can relax. Relax the legs. Arms are doing all the work. And slowly bring the leg back into center and release. Full body stretch, inhale. And then exhale, left knee comes into the chest. And then you're going to bring it out to the side. Once again, hooking the elbow best you can around that leg, and then hooking the fingertips so that you can use both arms to hold the leg in, so you can relax the muscles, relaxing the core, relaxing the legs. And release. Extend everything long, full body stretch. Exhale, bring both knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs. Hold on to opposite elbows. And allow your head to rest down. Releasing your feet wide for windshield wipers. So feet really wide, maybe even off your mat. Roll the knees to the right. Left knee is going towards the foot of the mat. And then relax into this. Allow the gravity to do the stretch for you. And then slowly switching to the other side, using now strength to move the legs. Left knee out to the side, right knee is going to go towards the foot of the mat. And let's begin to release. No force, just relax. Close your eyes if that feels good to you. Breathing into it. And then slowly come back to center. Figure 4 on our backs now. Crossing the right ankle over the left knee, open the knee. Option to stay or draw the knees into the chest. If your hamstrings really are tight, you can straighten the left leg. Maybe hold on to the calf. Those that have really stretchy hamstrings might want to grab the toe. And release. Changing sides. Left ankle. Open the knee. And optional, draw knees in. You did the hamstring stretch on the other side. Please take that now. And release. Spinal twist, draw the knees into your chest and make your twist happen. I like to roll completely over onto one side and then open basically from my head to my shoulders to my mid back, but others like to move the knees, and that's fine too. Arms can be where they're most comfortable for you, but open to a T will get you the most stretch through your pec. Taking your gaze opposite of your knees will also add a stretch to your neck. And then slowly releasing out and switching to the other side. Remember not to force any of the stretches. Allow the body to move where it feels most natural and comfortable. And for everybody, that's a little different. And then slowly release. Make your way back onto your back, bridge pose. Lift the hips up high, roll up right, roll up left, interlace your fingers underneath you. Slowly release the bind and lower down. Draw your knees final time into your chest and make yourself into a small ball by pulling your forehead in towards your knees. Extending everything out onto your mat for your final resting pose, Shavasana. Relax your jaw. Do a scan of your body. See if you can find the energy penetrating underneath your skin, whether that's the heartbeat, the blood flow, tingling sensations, whatever it might be for you. Notice the air on your skin. Deepen your breath, cultivating some ujjayi breathing, hearing yourself breathe, especially on the exhale, keeping your lips sealed together. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Small movements with your fingers and your toes. And then flexing your feet, reach the arms up for a body stretch. Breathe it in deep, and then exhale, release. Place your hands by your sides and bend one knee at a time. Feet come to the mat. Squeeze your tushy and a little lift of the hips. Just mini. Lower back down. Draw your knees into your chest. And roll over onto your right side. Slowly press yourself up to seated. Find an easy seat. Bring your hands into prayer, thumbs in third eye. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, bow your head. Thank you all for coming, doing another yoga class with me. Together we say namaste. Namaste. Namaste, guys. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. Very good.